Okay, so not only are you getting an indie perspective here, at least my perspective on this coming show for Thursday, we're getting a little bit of a bonus here. So a little bit of a bonus audio for you guys, as I'm going to be talking to one of the brains behind VXS himself. So you're going to be hearing now some cool information here from the man himself. So I know him as my bro right here. What's up, Isaac? How's it going, bro?
Yo, you got graphics and shit now, man. Can I curse on here?
Yeah,
Is that?
bro,
Oh,
say
thank
whatever you
God,
want. I cursed earlier, so it's fun.
dude. Thank you for having me. Respect the craft. No cheese. You know what I'm saying. Everybody subscribe.
Yeah, thank you, and yeah, bro, it's fine to curse. It's whatever you want. It's free for all. It's again, it's talking wrestling. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So,
Hell
but
yeah.
yeah, man, this is fun. Again, I planned on like this. This just happens sporadically. I was gonna break down the card anyway because it's a great card. Like I love what's coming on Thursday. Like some of these matches, I'm like, this is insane to see on paper, and to see it come to life on Thursday is gonna be fun. But yeah, Isaac was like, hey, let's shoot the shit a little bit. So why not?
Yeah, he sent me a text with the thumbnail. I said, dude, you can call me. I don't care. I'm chilling home today. It's a little got windy out, but it's beautiful here in Brooklyn. So happy to be here on Respect the Crafts.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah. So first I'm gonna ask again before we get into the main stuff is so how did Jimmy Lloyd come up with American Wasteland? Like
Oh,
is he a
we've
fan
been
of the
wanting.
Tony Hawk stuff?
Yeah, I'm like an avid Tony Hawk player, but like
Yeah.
we've been planning American Wasteland from the jump. Like
Okay.
one of the first shows was gonna be for Jimmy's birthday before the pandemic, and
Okay.
it was gonna be a backyard show, and then COVID just got worse and worse. That was we didn't have a name for that, but originally, one of the names we constantly threw out was American Wasteland. So instead of throwing a birthday party, rather like other companies, we wanted to be like have a theme for this event. So
Okay.
yeah, Jimmy loves the soundtrack. I love the video game, and it's a perfect mix with skateboard and wrestling because that's basically what VXS is trying to implement in both markets.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than just wrestling at VXS. It's culture, it's music, it's skate culture, and it's a fun time. And I remember staying up at like 4 a.m. when I was like 7 years old playing that Tony Hawk game, American Wasteland, and it was just dope, dude. Like it looked dope. The theme
Yeah.
was dope. It was very it was a good energy, I'm all about energy, and when I want to like do shows, I want each one to matter and be different and be something special like we did previously with the No Peace collab and with this one
Yeah.
coming up Thursday. I don't know how we topped it, but we topped it. The card looks great. We're
Yeah.
getting a dope reaction. A lot of new faces, a lot of old faces, a little mix of everything. But I'm happy Jimmy wanted to go along with this. He's like somewhere eating Chinese food as we speak. But um, yeah, man, like I got the text from Raymond. He's like, dude, yeah, I'm looking at the card right now. I'm doing the video. I'm like, dude, yeah, I'll go on that shit. So uh, yeah, I'm very excited for it, and I can't wait to show the fans the insanity we're gonna unfold on Thursday. It's not just gonna be your average wrestling show you see on TBS or NBC or whatever other channel. It's really like unfiltered. It's very underground, and I think that's a big part of why we named it American Wasteland.
Yeah. No, I definitely like the aesthetic of it. Like I kept saying, even when I was doing my solo breakdown, I kept saying these are more like it isn't your typical like, oh, this match and that match. It's fights. It's that different
Right.
aesthetic. It's that element of like again, like you even said in the past, like wins and losses matter here. It's not just like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna say they matter. It's like you actually looking at it and it reflects. Like from card to card, you can see like, okay, this person's stacking up those wins and they're coming back. Like,
Yeah, we wanted to make it important. I know, like it's since we're being independent, like we can't have a weekly TV show,
yeah,
so it's gonna be a lot harder to translate storylines and win streaks and loss streaks onto our fan base. But like, we definitely want to bring importance to that, and little stuff like that really I feel separates us. I'm very proud of that throughout the year and a half we're going on to at VXS, and uh, we're gonna have a lot of like mix in this upcoming show with young people like Marcus Mathers to debuts like Mike Bailey, uh, names that our fans are in love with, like Too Cold Scorpio coming back, a mainstay at VXS, rejuvenating his career during the pandemic at VXS.
Yeah,
We want to just have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's like making a nice pasta. You know, you gotta get your ingredients a little. Get your pure wrestling here, your little high flying there, your little death match there.
yeah,
Uh, you know, I do want to like say here that if we do death matches, it is gonna count. I hope to at least prove that last show we did. I felt like a lot of people got too comfortable in like the deathmatch community and got lazy and uncreative. So with this being, I'll break it here. This is gonna be like probably the second to last show of season 2 until we do the revamp on season 3. So we want to go off with a bang and go off with people of all fan cultures, not just pure wrestling, but we want to acknowledge the deathmatch wrestling as well,
yeah.
being that we have the main event with Jimmy Lloyd and Matt Tremont in the Wasteland death match.
Yeah, this matchup here, like this is,
Oh,
yeah, we got graphics.
this is insane!
We got graphics. They can hear you too, so we could talk over
2022.
this. Again, we revamped here. We revamped here. Everything's
I love
revamping,
it.
guys. But yeah, I was talking about how again it is his birthday. This is his vision of a show here with Jimmy Lloyd, and he picked out one of the best right here, Matt Tremont. Like, do you
Always,
even know
yeah.
what an American Wasteland death match entails? Do you even know? Because that was like, I've never heard of a match like this. Like I've seen death matches, I've seen ultra violent style matches, but when you mix in the Wasteland element in this, what can people expect on Thursday? Or should we just say like expect the unexpected?
I don't want to say that because that's like that's a fed now, but not to break Fabe K, but I think that people will jump off a lot of shit this show. we have we have like a whole
I was gonna say like you got aerial assault back,
yeah. Oh,
so people are
absolutely. Oh, I
definitely
can't.
jumping off
I'm
shit.
so excited for that. I'm so excited for that. They will literally be jumping off of shit that match.
The
I'm
fact you
so
got Jason
excited for that
Kincaid,
match.
bro. Like I was popping when I saw you tweet about like where can we find Jason Kincaid? And I'm like,
Yes, sir.
he's not gonna. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh shit.
I want to shout
Like
out Gabe Sapolsky. Follow me on Twitter this week. Um, I used to design for this guy when he was in Evolve like a few years ago. So it's like full circle, and I got to talk to Jason. And I honestly am gonna shoot. Like I feel like Jason Kincaid should be on TV. Like I really
he
think
should definitely
he's
should be.
one of the most creative wrestlers alongside the Fred Ye Highs, and that whole roster of Evolve was so special to me as a wrestling fan. So bringing Kincaid and VXS. I'm very excited because it's going to be very like I know like he's used to being in an atmosphere that's very towards like grappling and just mat work. So when
Yeah,
he's in that VXS environment, man, I it's different. Like you got to be there. It's like a rock concert. Like it's a trap party. Everyone goes nuts and this guy does the most insane stuff. Like
he really does.
he foot stomps off of ceiling beams and he puts you in locks you've never seen. And
Yeah,
I've been looking for Jason Kincaid since the jump, but I think this is the perfect timing to bring back a
yeah.
very special match to not just wrestling, but the northern New Jersey scene as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I got to see I want to say one of the last aerial assaults live at the combat zone and seeing who you put in this match. I I can't wait to see how this goes because again,
Yeah,
not only is it Jason Kincaid in there, which I've seen Kincaid do some of the craziest dives and some of the sickest dives I've ever seen, but then you're adding the OG like Ruckus in there, who when it's a normal match, Ruckus does some of the things that are insanity, and you add in Eli Everfly. You're adding a second generation star in Colby Carino. You're adding Dylan Mckay, who he's been showcased a lot here in VXS too. Him and Marcus, you guys have been showing like they're
Yes,
young
sir.
kids and still they're showing out. And you're also Cole Radrick is another one that's been like a standout and one of my favorites to see. Like this right here is a star-studded aerial assault, and I don't know if H2O can handle this on Thursday. Is the Wrestling Center ready for this craziness on Thursday night?
I can't wait. We also have Colby Carino making his VXS debut, who
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen.
sick.
I've actually had like a long relationship behind the scenes with Colby since his debut at GCW at the Voltage Lounge at in Philly,
Okay.
and I've seen him actually in a aerial assault match at the compound. You know, rest in peace, the compound.
Yeah.
And it was so dope, and I'm very happy to implement him and Eli Everfly into this match because like one of the last shows that I've seen with those boxes on the corners for aerial assault, the visual of an aerial assault is so it's of course everyone's gonna say different, but I also think that it's unique in a way where it's just not the same thing you're gonna be seeing. So we're gonna start the show off with that match, so I'm very excited for that.
Oh, damn.
Oh
There
yeah.
you go, guys. That's a way to start because again, that's one of those that's like that the rest of the pace of that show is gonna be insane though.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna be
gonna
like
set a
top
crazy
flat,
tone.
and you mentioned
Like,
like regulars like Dylan McKay in that match, who we got to see in California, who became like an instant fan favorite. I have a lot of faith in people like Dylan McKay,
yeah,
being the next generation. One of those gems that we say like that we would see in New York. He represents the H2O Academy perfectly, and I can't
yeah,
wait to have him in that.
really does. And I can imagine like Matt Tremont has to love seeing him. And not only again, you're giving a young gem like Marcus Matters, Speedball Mike Bailey, who again for us that grew up on watching indies, like Mike Bailey's a guy that I feel like if he would have kept going in our area, would have been another one of those amazing talents. Again, no slouch to Mike Bailey. He's been killing it
Right,
even in Canada and in the UK.
right.
And to see him back now in the tri-state, it's like, oh, this is gonna go insane. Like
Yeah,
I
I think Mike Bailey is one of the most unique wrestlers in the scene right now because of his style, with his background. I think it's in jujitsu. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Mike Bailey definitely determined and kicks ass. Like I'm just being straight up as possible. Uh, Mathers is like a man right now on the Northeast and on independent wrestling, putting it on his back right now in America during the COVID era right now. So yeah, it's crazy because I used to watch the PWG previews with Mike Bailey all the time, and he was like my favorite. And he's excited too. Like just working the states in general with Mike Bailey, like he's killing it at West Coast Pro and GCW. Like he, if anything, got better. And I think like the American audience hasn't really resonated with that yet. So that's something I really hope to do with this match coming up.
no, definitely. And he's definitely been like again, it's like he never left. Like he came back into
Right.
the indies and he's been killing it ever since. Like I saw him
He just
wrestle so
he
many.
picked up his momentum. He got a great deal with our friends at Impact Wrestling, and we've gotten really close relationship with their talent relations, both in Jimmy Jacobs and D'Lo Brown, and we're excited to show what he could do off of a TV platform as well. This
Yeah,
is probably going to be one of the fast paced matches in this card.
yeah. Which that's insane because again, you got some amazing like pairings here. Like another guy from Impact Wrestling we could talk about. Rich Swan's gonna be on the card,
Oh
former
yeah,
Impact World Champion,
his
and you're
birthday
giving.
is like a day before.
Oh wow! So there you go. Happy
It's
birthday to Rich.
everyone's birthday. It's insane.
And this is the perfect card for someone that is celebrating their birthday because
Oh, we're gonna
this is
party.
this is
I
great.
can't
It's a
wait.
party atmosphere.
I think it's a great mix with Nick Wayne too, just because
Yeah,
they could they're the height that they not only jump, but like the limits they take themselves to in every match they're in. Every match is very similar. So this is a dope experiment and a first time ever match that I'm very happy to do. Shout out to the people at Defy Wrestling. That's how I found out about Nick Wayne. And Nick Wayne, this guy from Seattle, just like he's gonna be a star. Like he is gonna be a star. I'm talking about like Japan. Like he's very consistent and he has that background in his blood. So
Yeah.
from top to bottom, like a lot of matches in his card, it's like, yo, what could can they hang with like these veterans like Rich Swann,
Yeah.
who I also grew up watching that evolve in Dragon Gate.
Same.
So
Yeah.
I can't wait for that match as well. It's very hard to pick a favorite one.
And but that's the great thing about it though, because I feel like that's what's gonna interest the fans even more. Because it's like they're gonna be wanting to be like, man, I don't know what was the most favorite. Like it's just everything's gonna top each other and just keep getting crazier and crazier and crazier. And again, I like that element of like it's that style of the OGs versus these new up and comers. Because especially like Nick Wayne, I was saying even when I did my solo stuff about he's still so young in his career too. And that's scary because you know he's going to become even better. And it's again, I want to see if he can hang with Rich because I want to see what is his next step for Nick Wayne. Because I saw he's facing like in Defy, I saw he's facing Christopher Daniels in a few weeks. Like this kid at such a young age is getting tested that it's like in a few years he's gonna be that guy that's like who's he testing? You know?
I think the independent scene doesn't have Nick Wayne for that long.
You think so?
Like there's a reason why everybody is using Nick Wayne in these big matches on their companies. Like
Yeah.
uh, the the list goes on and on. You look at the opponents and you're like, wow, you mean to tell me people have this much faith in this newcomer from Seattle breaking out of the scene that's very like underground and it's not that known, but uh, I really want to showcase that and spotlight Nick Wayne in this match on Fight
Yeah.
February 17th with Rich Swann.
No, no, it's gonna be good. That's again, that's it's giving that new breed some definitely showcased light there. Speaking of that as well, we talked about Colby, but let's talk a little bit about his students. You got two of his best ones
Oh yeah,
coming on Thursday, which I've gotten to see luckily through Catalyst Wrestling. I've gotten to see both of these guys live and getting to see Jay and Jackson go at it on Thursday. You even said it. This is gonna be one that the fans are gonna be talking about. I can't wait for them to get to see these two live. And especially on the pregame. Again, guys, check this show out. Check out the pregame show on YouTube that day because these two are going to be the match of the night. I'm calling it here. They're going
yeah.
to steal this show.
I said earlier I don't know which one is my favorite, but after looking at this graphic again, I think I found it. Uh, I found out about these guys from Jimmy Lloyd. We're
Yeah.
watching a show from Georgia, I think it was. They had
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
turtle logo or something like that, but
Oh, okay. That's I know a promotion you're talking
that
about.
yeah, but that just so happened to be that company Colby teaches.
Yep.
So when I found out about that, I was like, okay, let me give him a chance. And these guys, Jay Malachi and Jackson Drake, are stars waiting to happen.
Yeah, man.
I'm most excited about this just to see the reaction from the crowd.
Yep.
You talk about the Ninja Max, you talk about Dante Leon's. You could even put Gabriel Sky, shout out to him in the category of like these very talented young bred wrestlers in America that they don't really have the platform.
Yeah.
They don't really have like the people behind them to showcase the best of their abilities. This match, you talk about drive and you talk about just inspiration. Like these guys have it.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for Malachi versus Drake. Uh, Definitely got to check out the pregame on YouTube. It's gonna be for free. We got that and another match at 7 p.m. this Thursday.
I was gonna say you're giving away these two matches for free. Like
Yeah,
that's a steal right there. Again, because you got Alec Price, who's been killing it right now. Like he calls himself the Prize City OG, and he's becoming a staple already in his young career. Reed Walker, another of the H2O Academy, and they're both killing it right now. And you're giving these matches away for free.
yeah,
Like,
and it's a good way. I feel like in retrospective, like coming from a media standpoint,
yeah,
it's really dope to see these names you've never heard of on YouTube available right there for free. Like it doesn't get better than that. 7 p.m. is really when the party starts. I feel like a big sleeper with Reed Walker, another H2O student who by the way, Matt Tremont students kick ass, man.
They definitely do.
All
They
of them.
definitely do.
I don't know what's in the building. I don't know like what they teach or if they like do meditation, feng shui, whatever. There's something in that school, man, that just
Yeah.
produces probably some of the best. Uh, it could be deathmatch students with people like Declan Grant, or it could be shooter style with Reed Walker. Uh, I think it's the best place to give him that shot
Yeah.
because Reed Walker, man, he could kick. He could really kick, and you want to look out for his legs in this matchup. Where as Alec Price has the hop, so uh, it's a dope mesh, and I
Yeah.
don't see Reed Walker's debut against anybody that could take him to the limit besides Alec Price, who is on a rise right now.
He definitely has, and this is definitely going to be one that again we called this night. It's full of fights. This is definitely going to be like that. I want
Oh
to see
yeah,
almost like a Mortal Kombat style fight here because you're going to see a
that's
lot of
something
like
like I really try to showcase with the fans, like with our style of wrestling. You see, like, okay, he has a match here and a match here, but also if you really look into it and look into the people we've been using, I'm a shout out Kevin Blackwood. I'm a
yeah,
shout out Lee Moriarty. I'm a shout out Dante Leon. We really want to go for uh, the new wave underground Dragon Gate type of environment
yeah,
from the American scene. I feel like that's been lacking. I feel like everyone wants to not use the same people, but use the same people. But I
no,
like using
you can
people
definitely
that
say it.
people have never heard of, and I have
Yeah,
so much faith in that.
yeah,
Whenever I find like a Jackson Drake or Reed Walker I've never seen before, and I watch like a Sean Henderson presents, and they're like kicking the shit out of each other, like young boys you'd see out of All Japan or New Japan starting on Strong or something.
no,
Uh, More people need to see that, and if I have the platform to do that, I'm definitely gonna give them that.
no,
Just
no,
being
and
straight up
that's
as I could.
and it's great to see that because again, like especially outside of all this, like you and me have been friends for a minute, and this is stuff we would watch. Like this is
Yeah,
stuff we want to see. We want to start
it's the
seeing like
energy. We go
yeah,
back to energy. Like you really could tell the people that want it or the people that are killing themselves to get it.
yeah,
And the people at VXS kill themselves to get it because they have that drive.
yeah,
Everybody in this show, in this company, has that drive, that sense of wanting to do better than the last, wanting to top the last match, wanting to break out. And if there's a breakout match at all for Reed Walker, it's the one happening at VXS this Thursday.
there you go. And again, that's and I love how again it's that mix because you have those youngsters, you have those new blood in there, but then you have a match like this that it's filled with three OGs. I can't wait to see this. And then you add the element of how important that championship is because again,
Yes,
rest in
sir.
peace to Danny Havoc, and you're
Yes,
adding
sir.
that ultra violent ladder match, and you got Lucky 13, who again he's another innovator. If you haven't seen Lucky 13 live, you're missing out because this dude does some insane stuff. You're adding Alex Cologne, who again, who just killed it a few weeks ago at the Hammerstein. You have G Raver, who almost killed himself for this at the Hammerstein. Like these three guys are willing to do whatever it takes to show why they're at the top of their game in this industry.
I'll just start off by saying we will have better ladders than they did at Hammerstein. I completely understand what the independent scene and the fan base has been alerted of, and the safety of our wrestlers are obviously the highest priority of anything beforehand booking a show. But yeah, going to H2O, I had to make it a point that this title needed to be on the show.
Yeah,
This is the most important, not just hardcore, but championship at all right now that represents the hardcore scene in the Northeast right now. I really think that H2O has produced some of the best wrestling during the pandemic. And Lucky 13, you talk about unsung heroes. Like, I really think Lucky 13 deserves uh, as much eyes as possible with this.
really does.
Uh, and if we're going hard, we're gonna go hard for that title. I had to bring in Cologne,
Yeah, yeah,
fucking for the island all day, every day. And G Raver, he's wrestled in VXS. I this it's been hardcore, it's been mishmatched. He just had a death match with Jordan Oliver. Uh, what could he do in a triple threat? I want to see G Raver in a different environment. I want to see how he plays off against his opponents in a very obstacle-filled match like this ultra-violent ladder match.
Yeah.
It's tubes and ladders and just a bunch of glass involved in this one, and this is gonna be a part of the second half
Okay.
of the event, and I'm very excited for it, and I'm excited for Cologne to debut and how he does and how the VXS fan base reacts to him. And Lucky 13, man, he's been on a roll, on a winning streak, from Big Vin all the way to the No Peace show to this show. Uh, we're gonna see what he's made about in this match, and don't take it away from G Raver or Cologne because the match is so important that the title could change hands.
Oh man, that's what you want to see. You want to see that unpredictability there. Like again, people say, "Oh, it's another company's title, so you never know." It's like in a match like this, you really don't. It's not predictable here. It's not a match that's like, "Oh, Lucky's just gonna walk out." No, you're adding Alex Colon, who again, for those that aren't familiar with him, this Thursday I can imagine he's gonna show out again because Cologne is that guy. G Raver, like we said, he's hungry. He's been in those elements of this style. You saw him at the last show go doing his style there as well. Like this is gonna be a match you're not gonna want to miss. And again, I warn the people again, if you're not that much of the deathmatch fan, beware because this is gonna be one of those that's it's gonna rock. Like this is gonna be insane here. But we're talking about all these matches. I forgot we should also again talk about who you're having on commentary that night. You have Veda
Oh
Scott.
man, Veda Scott. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I love Veda Scott. Uh, her positivity is much needed in wrestling.
Yeah.
Uh, always puts a smile on my face, and her fight coverage so underrated. I used to watch her cover Ring of Honor,
Yep.
and she kicks ass too in the ring. And I wish that there was space that I would have totally put her on, but to have her on board with a rotating crew, that's just like a star-studded crew. I can't wait for Veda Scott to come to VXS and also see how she reacts because we're a loud company that fans just fucking say what they say and they yell what
Yeah.
they yell, and it could be a lot. It could be very overwhelming and very intimate too. So
Yeah.
compared to like the some of the stadium shows she might have called or some other shows that she's gotten to cover, I think this is gonna be very different for Veda Scott.
Yeah. But I think that's the best thing though, because you're adding her to a different element. That again, this is going to showcase just how good she is on that mic. And also just to see how she reacts and see what is she going to react to if she's the one calling the death matches, if she's the one having to talk about that ultra violence. Like I would love to see what's her take on seeing just that brutality. That's going to be fun to see.
Oh,
Like,
I can't wait. There's gonna be a lot of surprises that I'm definitely gonna have the headset on to hear what the commentary crew's gonna react about. I can't
oh,
wait.
that's great. But this I got to talk about this because this when I heard one of the guys announced, when I heard Jimmy Jacobs was gonna be on this show, I'm like, no matter who he's facing, this is gonna be an amazing matchup, an amazing fight. And you
Jimmy
add
Jacobs
as
is like the Tim Burton of professional wrestling. He is one of fucking he Jimmy Jacobs is the most creative wrestler,
yeah,
or creative person in wrestling in general that I've ever met. I've got to know him a lot more closer at the World Is Yours in California for VXS, and we literally had like a 30-minute conversation on just the state of wrestling and our visions to implement into wrestling. And our friends at No Peace, shout out to No Peace, man. I'm very thankful for them to bring this to real life because this is a match that Marcus Crane actually wanted to put together for one of the shows that he was doing, and Jimmy got to talk to him about that. So this is a dream match for all calibers. It's hardcore. It's oozing character. It's loud. It's in your face. It's a dream match. We have that saying a lot in this company for a reason because we back it up. And Effie and Jacobs is like a Blu-ray movie just waiting to be unleashed, and I can't wait for this. It's gonna be very bloody. I'll tell you.
no, it definitely is. And again, like I even said it when I was doing my solo breakdown of just like Jimmy Jacobs' mind is one of the wisest in this business. Like I was lucky to get to talk to Jimmy on the podcast, on my last podcast on the roundtable,
Nice.
and just hearing his mindset for all this and hearing how, again, like we got to see Jacobs in his glory day, and he's just gotten better and
Have you ever
smarter.
seen what's the animated film Monsters versus Aliens, I think?
Monsterverse.
Is that with
That
like
Nickelodeon one?
monster it was like Monsters versus Aliens or Monsters and Aliens, and it was like this blonde chick and she like turned into a giant and
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
a
yeah. Okay,
blob.
yeah. I saw that.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Jacobs is that cockroach. The scientist cockroach is Jimmy Jacobs. And
Okay.
Effie reminds me a lot of, if you ever talk to Effie,
Yeah.
he reminds me a lot of Jimmy Jacobs with the way he like is so inspired in pro wrestling and the impact he wants to have
Yeah.
visually in the ring, out the ring, promoting. Like Effie's everything, and Effie might not be fine at the end of this match.
I was gonna say yeah, because again, Jimmy Jacobs is bro. One of my favorite scenes, and I even told him this, was his promo of when the Age of the Fallen were created.
Oh yeah,
Him getting that
classic,
blood just gushing over him,
classic.
and he's talking like it's fine. Like, how can you beat a man that's okay with just blood gushing, and he loves it?
It
Like
was
how?
sick.
Like how do you beat that? And I was talking about how Effie again. Effie's been such on a rise right now. Like everyone loves Effie, and it's very it's something in wrestling you don't see that. That's like a person can go that like high, and they ride it for so long. Like, it's usually like okay, yeah, this guy's the name of the town for now, and then they find the new guy. Effie's been able to maintain himself so long on there that again, a matchup like this, it's just something else that skyrockets him. Because now he's going against again another veteran of the game here. That's like, let's see if Effie can hang with Jimmy Jacobs. And again, can he beat that incredible mindset of Jimmy Jacobs?
Oh yeah, Jacobs is a goat. I don't know how nobody fucking thought of this match. Honestly, no one booked this match. It's the
I
first
don't know
time
how
you'll
this is
ever
the
see
first
it.
time. That's
First time you'll
insane.
ever see it. Uh, it- I want to like make this clear. A lot of fans want to be like, "Oh, Effie can't wrestle. He's just a character. He's just a face." Like, and I think you're completely wrong. Look
No,
back
Effie
at
could definitely wrestle.
Effie's first matches at GCW are one of my favorite. The ones he had like at Asbury Park
Yeah.
against like people like Dickinson, like just showing off like his wrestling ability. I think like it's gonna be something's gonna happen that's gonna be all over the place in this match, and you cannot miss it. Like these are two of the most creative minds right now in the independent wrestling scene in America meshed together. Like you want to see it. You want to see Effie like flip. He might flip. He might do deathmatch. He does everything, and so does Jimmy Jacobs. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be very brutal. And Jimmy, with a video, Jimmy Jacobs is gonna be coming back with the princess attire. Apparently, he sent me a
Ooh.
text last week. And I was like, okay, I'll make a video. I made a mixtape with unreleased Lil Peep song, and Jimmy Jacobs will be showing up as a zombie princess that day.
There you go. And again, that's again like us, like we grew up on that. That already tells you what that element's gonna be, how insane that's gonna be.
Oh yeah,
Like again, and you're adding those two mindsets. It's gonna be a masterpiece on Thursday.
oh
That's
yeah.
great. That's gonna be great. But again, you're putting that's the first time ever. I'm still surprised this match is the first time ever because it's PCO versus Matthew Justice. I thought by now they would have faced.
These
Like
guys
this
are
is
both like Frankenstein of wrestlers. Like they are behemoths. This is a
yeah,
big
this
hoss fight for me.
yeah,
Uh, Jimmy Lloyd, especially, very big on the Matthew Justice character.
yeah,
I've actually watched Matt Justice at OVW and Florida Championship Wrestling in his old matches. So
yeah,
uh, coming off in this big dream match, I don't know again how this hasn't happened, but luckily with like Ring of Honor being able to have talent take independent bookings again, this was definitely on top of the list. PCO killed it against Too Cold Scorpio at The World Is Yours in California, and now we're gonna see how he is against like a beast, like a robot, a robotic. I want to say like bounty hunter meets. I don't know, man. This guy's an action figure, Matthew Justice is.
No,
And
I was saying like he's legit like he's a part of that second gear group, and it's not just a
yeah,
name. It's legit like he turns that second gear in his match.
he does.
Like he legit just
He
keeps
goes off
going.
the wall and does
Like,
whatever it takes to win, and that's
bro,
exactly what PCO does.
he's jumped off ledges to fucking make sure he can win a match. And then
This
you're adding
this is one of
PCO, who's
Jimmy's dream matches right here.
like I can't remember if H2O has anything high, but if it does, one of these guys is gonna try to jump off it.
Well,
Like,
it's either that or we're gonna build it, but there's definitely gonna be mayhem in this match for sure. I can guarantee that
oh
for everyone watching.
jeez,
What you think will happen, and more in this matchup. This
that's
is going
great.
to be brutal, my friend.
Oh, that's gonna be great. Again, guys, if this alone doesn't sell you on it, I don't know what will. Because this matchup is gonna be insane to see these two go at it. Again, go get your tickets right now. I forgot to keep plugging that. Go get your tickets, jimmyland.eventbrite.com. Or again, if you can't sadly make it in person, go to Fight. Get that iPay-per-view link. Go to Fight right now. Go buy it because you're gonna want to watch all these matches again and again and again because these fights are going to be insane.
I
Like
can't
this
wait.
is, and again another matchup. This one is one of my favorites right here because it's two OGs going at it. You got Two Chord Scorpio, which I've been saying, the fact that 2021 was basically his year, in my opinion. His comeback has been
Who would have
insane.
thought?
Like it's crazy to think. Again, I said if you have your wrestling bingo, that probably wasn't on there to think Two Chord Scorpio was going to make a amazing comeback. Flash Funk is on high praise in 2022. Like,
Yes,
it's
sir.
great. It's great to see. And then you're adding Slim J. Like, I was a fan of Special K back in the day. To see Slim J in this, it's like, this is going to be another insane paced match. These two are going to show out and prove they're still on the top of their game. I said Slim J is going to try to make Two Chord Scorpio a buster that night. Like,
Oh,
it's
busted,
going to be
yeah.
great. Like, this is going to be insane to see it. Again, it's that perfect mesh, like you were saying, of having the lineage of just the old school, new school, all that in the atmosphere. The fans are in for a treat. Like,
For people that don't know who Slim J is, please watch this match. I saw a video that had about 50,000 views on YouTube saying the top 10 most unrecognizable TNA characters that you never knew existed. And Slim J was on there, being that he was in like one or two maximum one or two maximum TV episodes of TNA,
mhm.
and people saw him as a joke. And at the time, I get it, like Slim Shady was in, and like they wanted a character that portrayed that, but he was really good in the ring. The way that he could move up to people like Amazing Red. Like, come on, if you could have a great match with Amazing Red, you could have a great match with anybody. But if you could keep up with that, dude, the possibilities are endless. And with Too Cold Scorpio, again, like you said, like took the year, man, like
Yeah, really good.
MVP out of nowhere. And the swagger and the attraction of this match, and it just oozes that energy that VXS wants to have with that trap house fight club vibe. Slim J, man, like, I'm not just on the same bracket as Jason Kincaid, as I said earlier, that I've been dying to bring into VXS. I think that he could be a breakout star in this matchup for sure, but I don't want to obviously we'll see what happens because it's been a minute for Slim J to be on a stage like this. A lot of
Yeah,
people have said last time they saw him was GCW Spring Break like 2 years ago,
yeah,
and even then it was like it was a multi-man. So to have him in a singles match, I really can't wait to prove so many people wrong and so many haters
yeah,
that has said Slim J doesn't have what it takes. Slim J is just a joke. You could say the same thing about Too Cold when he was in WCW, WWE dancing. Uh, we're about to prove people wrong, and that's my motto. And I can't wait for Slim J and Scorpio. This is like right there with the Jackson Malachi match. Like this is a big deal for me. I really think that Slim J is going to prove a lot of people wrong in this match.
No, and that's definitely going to be great because again,
I'm gonna
we
call it
know.
now. I would not be surprised if you see Slim J the following week on your TV.
Ooh, there you go. He said it here, folks. We're gonna make sure we remember that. He said it here. Respect the craft, and
If he
I wouldn't
does,
be
honestly,
surprised
if he
either.
does good, I'll bring him back. We gotta see, but he's up there, and I
Yeah,
see so much faith in Slim J and Too Cold
yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
this
Now that
match.
you also mentioned his name there, I really hope he does do well because I want to see you possibly do Slim J and Jason Kincaid in the same match.
They're
I want to
innovators of
see
their
that.
own style. They're
Yeah,
creatives, and VXS is a hub of creatives.
yeah,
And Slim J being a forgotten, quote unquote TNA gimmick you never knew existed. All due respect, fuck you. Slim J is one of the best wrestlers in America right now, and he's gonna prove everyone wrong on Thursday.
no, definitely is again. I was lucky to see him, um, when he was making his comeback back. I got to see him do a little bit of a like Special K reunion, and even that it was more multi-mans. I would love to see what he's going to do now in a singles element like this, and again against another legend like Too Cold. This is going to be great to see what both can do. Again, they're both getting showcased here, and that's the great thing I think you're doing at VXS is it's showcasing the mix of all different styles and elements, and just giving them the platform that's like, hey, you do what you know best and go out and
Right.
show. And it's a great platform for that because again the fan base sees it, and I think that's what definitely draws them into you guys is that it's something different. It's not just the
Yeah.
oh, this is just a this company. It's not just an ABC. It's like you add ABC FG. It just keeps going, like it's
Yeah,
all different elements in
not
one.
just in being different, but we do wanna, like, strongly, show that we wanna carry the tradition like with, Scorpio, like with Aerial Assault, like with House of Horrors, like, we
Yeah,
want to we're not gonna forget our roots of the Northern, American independent scene, and,
yeah,
going up to the early 2000s when it was, like, the best.
yeah,
Uh, People that forget about the Crazy 8 match at CZW, the insane Pure Rules matches that Ring of Honor had
yeah,
in the bingo halls. It doesn't take a stadium to produce a fun show.
yeah,
And I want to say about 200 to 300 people will be in that building, and that's all we need. That's literally all we need.
yeah.
So anybody watching now could take the time out, go support your local independent wrestling production company, whatever you want to call it, Fed. It goes far as you could imagine, and just spreading the word of VXS in general is going to be something that is going to be really dope to see cultivate and resonate in person when people actually show up. And people, I had people last show like come from different states, like I didn't even know, like we had a reach in Washington or Seattle or Vegas or Texas. Especially Texas is insanely booming right now.
Yeah, that's a great
uh,
market to have.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing because there's a lot of hate in wrestling, and I get it. Wrestling does suck sometimes, and the Twitter and all that could give it a big blow.
Hmm.
But then there's like special moments,
Yeah,
and VXS is that moment. VXS is that escape from all of that, where you could just go and enjoy the best caliber matches you could. Uh, Top to bottom, this card is insane. I don't know how you feel about it, but I could admit I'm a wrestling fan.
yeah,
I am not what's the word? I'm not an authority figure.
yeah.
I'm not a manager. I don't play as a fake
You don't play one on
GM
TV?
owner.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I'm not a figure of authority to be like I'm the boss like Vince
yeah,
McMahon or whatever bullshit, but or even go after the show and call out Luchasaurus 5 times. Like I'm a fan of professional wrestling. I am not
no, and
afraid to
that's
say I'm a fan of professional
yeah.
wrestling.
And I think that's what sets you guys apart. And again, when I say you're different, I'm not saying like every other person says, yeah, we're gonna be different. I'm saying you're different because this is why I love that we're doing this on this podcast because you guys do respect the craft of professional wrestling. You respect what wrestling has done in the past, and you're adding a little bit of a flair to it, but you're keeping those elements like this card and like previous cards. Again, you respect those pure rules. You're respecting what deathmatch has done. You're respecting what these veterans have done, and you're seeing what the new wave is going to be with these newer guys and mixing them in. That's like, it's showcasing everything people should love about wrestling. And that's great.
Yeah.
It's great to see because you want to see that. You don't just want to see the company that says, oh, yeah, we're going to be different, and then just books the same ABC guys. Which, again, that's fine too. Again, we got to see those guys get theirs too. But when you're doing something like this and doing it in the way that it showcases them and gets to see them on a platform like this, again, you're seeing guys, like we said, in that pregame match like this. You get Jackson Drake and Jay Malachi, and then on the same card, you got Effie and Jimmy Jacobs. Like, it's great for those guys to get that showcase and get to be in a locker room like that. Because you can imagine, like, especially we've done it in the past when we were younger, we would go to these guys and be able to just pick their minds for a bit. So you're also helping these younger guys because now they're going to be able to, even if it's just for a few minutes, pick the brains of these guys that have been around the world and have gotten that experience and be like, hey, can you just tell me what I should do better or do this? And that, again, that helps the next wave. That's amazing.
It's staying close to your roots, but also just how authentic it comes off, man. We've seen so many while following the independent scene, companies that didn't care about their fan base during the pandemic, and I am proud to say that we've backed what we've said. Before I even said we're gonna be different, like I had the first show at the fucking, you saw the Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
It was abandoned. We had cops called, jealous cop callers, go through 3 different venues. People still fucking showed up because they had that faith. You want to talk about faith? You know what? Hold on. You want to talk about faith? You want to present this false prophet image in front of people's faces just for money. But in reality, faith doesn't have to be shown like a new Louis Vuitton bag. Faith is a feeling that you experience as a fan. And so many people, you know who, forgot about that during the pandemic. Left people without opportunities, jobs. They had nothing to do. They didn't care. VXS, everyone involved in VXS cares. Everything that comes off is by the fans because we listen to the fans. We fluctuate, rotate rosters, broadcasters, you name it, because we have that sense of delivering what's missing in the scene right now. I can't stress it enough, and I know everyone is like, "Oh, it's gonna be a movie." Every other company says the same bullshit to pitch a show. Please give it a chance because I can't stress enough how much we back what we actually have been saying from the jump. All of our shows, minus like 3 of them, have been streamed live. This is definitely gonna be a guaranteed for shout out to Larry Legend, a guaranteed extravaganza on Fight TV live. Yes, we
Yeah.
stream our shows live. We're gonna be on Fight TV around the entire world. Uh, dude, like it's insane because like we've been through it all, seeing how
Yep.
companies come and go, come and go. People thought where we're gonna go. We're still here. I don't know how we top every show. I'm so serious. I don't ever try to even think like that. But you
Yeah.
know what? When it comes to hearing fans and how they are reacting and how they're buzzing towards a VXS show more than another company in the same state that weekend, that means something to me. So you got to be there. The vibe is everything. You just got to give it a chance. You could be Spanish, Black, English, Asian. We have everybody that should be on that platform that they deserve. And I don't. I'll tell you that I don't like recommend bad wrestlers. I don't recommend people that can't go, that don't deserve it. You know, like bad people. They should just stay away from wrestling. And everyone on VXS is not a bad person. Everyone on VXS deserves the spot they're in. And I really just want to envision it like the X Games meets Def Jam Records. Like it is just
Ooh, okay.
a flurry of competition,
Yeah.
but it's also gritty, it's also loud, and you gotta see for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And no, again, like I said, not only because I'm your friend, but just from the outside looking into it, it's definitely something that, again, this is why I'm talking about it. If I didn't enjoy it myself, or I didn't give it like a stamp of approval myself, I wouldn't be promoting it here.
And
Like
I'm
this
open to
show.
criticism on like a lot of other people, but you know, when seeing a card like this, bro, how are you gonna like turn that down? And I
Yeah,
don't take podcast interviews that often. I really got to be close to you, like I am with Ray here. I respect the craft,
yeah,
and you really just gotta be true to your roots, and that's
yeah.
something that I hope people understand after seeing this show.
No, definitely. And again, like this is something that we've had discussions after shows. I'll be like, hey, this is what I like, this is what I didn't like. But and that's what you want to hear. You want to hear what people are
Absolutely,
enjoying, what people aren't enjoying. And again, I get it. Some people don't like to hear that their shit sucks. Hey, you got to hear it though, because that makes you better. And this again, this card here, I doubt we're gonna have that conversation of like, oh, this wasn't that good, but we're gonna be having like, yo, this killed it. Yo, this did this. You got to bring this guy back. But
right.
again, we're saying this and we're telling you guys again, go check it out. Give it a chance. Go watch it. If you can be there live, definitely be there. Go to H2O's Wrestling Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. And again, if you sadly can't make it, again, we get it. It's still a pandemic as well. So maybe you aren't as secure of going yet. Again, I know how Isaac is taking this very important to make sure it's as safe as possible, not only for the fans, but also for the workers. Because again, got to make sure your workers are safe. Because if you're not taking care of your workers, what the hell are you doing in
Absolutely.
this business? But also, again, if you still don't feel safe going to attending live events, then definitely go check it out on Fight. Because again, that also gives you the opportunity to watch it over and over and over. And especially with that aerial assault match, you're gonna want to keep watching that over and over and
Oh
over
yeah,
again.
I love
So
Fight. I want to also show my gratitude for Fight,
yeah,
man. Like I used to watch Ring of Honor on Fight, man, and
same.
man, um, sorry.
It's one of those surreal moments right now, right? That's like again, getting to do all this. Like again, like I said, this is no joke here. Not even just because it's the podcast.
I tried pitching it, and then it just hit me. You get instant replays, and you don't
Yeah,
get that with IWTV, and I hate that.
yeah,
And no other promoter's gonna say that. You know, well, the fans are gonna lose interest. You get guaranteed streaming capability and connection with Fight.
yeah.
You get a full HD replay with it. You could sign up for Fight Plus for like $5 and watch our whole catalog if you want.
Yeah.
You could buy it individually cheaper than a fucking pie of pizza here in New York. Like it's it's the best of both worlds. It's everything that you would want in wrestling. And Fight has been amazing with us. They're so what's the word I'm looking, they
Reliable.
see it, you know, they see the
Yeah.
vision, like they get it. Like they support it, they promote it. A lot of these other media outlets, they're not gonna really push the product like they are. Fight though has been there the whole time since the first show. I wanna just shout out Fight, man. Like they're awesome. I can't thank them enough for that.
That's great. That definitely is great. And again, shout out to Fight TV and shout out to them giving you guys, again, even a bigger platform. Because again, you guys have your platform, you guys have your niche of fans, and you guys have those people that are supporting. And then Fight itself is giving you another step there as well. Like that's
Right.
great to get to
Fight
split
doesn't
out.
sue you too, by the way. If
Yeah.
but that's another topic.
Yeah, that's a day we're just shooting on everything. But again, Fight does help, and I love that Fight does give fans another platform to get to watch amazing content like this. So again, guys, go check it out. Again, we haven't stressed it enough. I think I'm even going to change the title of this because this isn't just an indie perspective. This is basically turned into another Respect the Craft episode. So that's great. I love what this turned into. So I guess I have to ask you now, because again, we've talked about what your vision and what VXS is, but let me hear from you yourself, Isaac. What does the craft mean to you?
Oh, the craft is knowledge. The craft is the canvas and the art you're painting it on. It's a way of showing what wrestling could be. And I love wrestling. I grew up being the biggest HBK fan, the biggest Triple H fan, the biggest Sean Waltman fan. I love the in your face like that. There's nothing like that feeling of first watching wrestling for the first time, and also shows like Wrestling Society X, where it just came out of the blue, and you're like, holy shit. And you see people like Tyler Black, who grows to be Seth Rollins, the #1 guy in wrestling right now. You never know. And with VXS, I want to have that small mark on that. The craft is all about showing what you're capable of. The craft is showing that you care about it. Because if not, then it's not the craft. Like it's just some clout chaser. So it's definitely being knowledgeable, and it's definitely respecting. No pun intended. I know it's a show name, but you get there's a lot of like respect into it. There's a whole lineage of just these classes of territories and people that represent them. And I want to bring that back. I want to bring back the youth movement in wrestling, and just be there for people that be there for me, man.
There you go, and that's awesome. Again, like I've gotten to ask that question to a lot of the vets of the game, and hearing it from you, which again I knew your answer because again we are shoot friends from this. This isn't just oh yeah we're playing that because it's a podcast. I'm
Yeah,
putting it
this
on
was
the
not
show.
planned.
No, this wasn't. We legit. I just texted it in our group chat that
Hilarious.
hey I'm gonna do an episode on this show.
I'm
It's
like,
like
fuck yeah,
let me
man.
call in. Like
I'm not.
let's
I'm never
talk
gonna be.
about
I
it.
know the real ones, man. For real, like I would never be fake to you ever, no
Yeah,
matter if I wasn't here or you weren't there. Like it
yeah.
would work both ways, I'm sure. And if
No,
I could
definitely.
like take the time out of my day for you, I absolutely would in a heartbeat, dude. For real,
No,
you're
definitely,
one of my
bro.
best friends, man.
Definitely, bro. Love you, man. And this again, this was great. Again, guys, we can't stress it enough. Go right now, jimmyland.eventbrite.com. Go get your tickets. Go to Fight. Go get the iPay-per-view. Even do both. Because again, you're gonna want to watch the replay after going to the show. You're gonna want to be
Jimmy
like, you know what?
Land.
I want to watch it again.
What do you think
Yeah,
about Jimmy Land,
I'm not gonna lie. I hope that name sticks. I hope
dude?
that's
I
just like
watched
every
too much
year.
South
It's
Park,
another.
man.
I was waiting for that video to pop up again of
It'll
Jimmy
happen
just
soon.
I want
It's
that
in the
Larry
works.
Legend
There'll be one
via
more Larry Legend phone call.
bro. That's one of, and again, not just because you're my friend, but the cinematics you do and just the visuals you do are some of like the funniest, but some of the best I've seen. Because again,
That's
you
because of
want
South
that to
Park
be
and Family
different.
Guy. I swear to God, I can't be as blunt as I am right now, guys.
Yeah,
South Park and Family are the best shows ever.
yeah,
Like they don't hold back.
yeah.
The timing is like everything, and you see people copy them left and right in these shows nowadays. I'm very grateful to be able to be allowed to watch South Park when I was young. But dude, like
Yeah.
they're so in your face. So I just want to go for that vibe too.
And it's so good because it's like again, it adds another element, and it also it
Mhm.
shows people that again, we are of that demographic too. Like it's not just us trying to hit that demographic.
Yeah,
It's showing we
absolutely.
are that demographic. We are those that are looking for this. Like again, this show, if we were still just the fans of when we were back in the day that were not being a part of this, we would want to go to this. We would want to be there.
I would be on the first train out to Jersey
Yeah.
from Brooklyn, New York. This is something that I'm very proud of
Yeah.
to just culminate and make it happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk the talk but don't walk the walk, and I since we're all there, I want to shout out Adult Swim. If you hear me, hit my line. Our product is just very Adult Swim like, and like
It definitely is. It
I've heard
definitely
it from
is.
other people, and if I didn't, then I would have like deaded that moniker like so long ago.
Yeah.
But I'm like so forward with wanting that to happen and looking for
That
producers to pitch it to and stuff like that. So Adult Swim would be a dope outlook.
that would be amazing. And then can we all let's shout out Arizona. Let's get
Oh,
them.
we are shouting at Arizona. When does this come out? When does this
This should
episode
be
come out?
out tomorrow.
All right, yeah, it's in the works.
Ooh, okay.
It's in the works with Arizona. They're awesome.
Okay. Yeah, this should be out tomorrow because I have to I'm gonna see now. So I'm here deciding to either just post this as a solo or to combine with what I was doing. I might just do this as a solo episode because this has
More
been a great
content. Let's
conversation.
go.
And also we've gone an hour. Again, this was not planned. Like this has just been us shooting the shit, guys. And I'm keeping all that in. I'm not editing a thing. That's it. This is gonna be your bonus episode of Respect the Craft for the week. After all the OGs I
Love
got
it.
to speak to, This is the new school conversation right here. Just showing again our respect for wrestling, showing why we love this. And again, this card is a love letter right here. You get to see it, showing that new school, showing that old school, showing the mix of all the styles and respecting the traditions of what it is. And again, that's what VXS really is. And again, a card like this, a show like this, Jimmy Lloyd's American Wasteland. Again, give Jimmy Lloyd a happy birthday that day, guys. Go celebrate with
Someone
Jimmy
bring
Lloyd.
cake. Someone bring some ice cream cake. Some chocolate cannoli cake or some shit. I don't know. Someone bring cake and like a lot
Just
of
know
weed.
the cake might get used though. That's the only thing.
Oh
Because you know
man,
someone's gonna
what?
look
I'm
at that cake
definitely
and be
cutting a
like,
slice before that, pa. I'm gonna be so hungry over there. I don't know what to eat when I'm in Jersey. Listen, if you know if your mother is a baker, please pull up with a cake. I'm telling you guys, we need some cake that day. Jimmy wants some, but it's gonna be a dope celebration for Jimmy Lloyd's birthday, for Rich Swan's birthday, for Jimmy Jacobs' birthday, and probably Alley Catch rather. Sorry, Alley Catch might show up. So Alley Catch's birthday is the
ooh.
same day as well, and I hope she shows us. It's a dope time, but she'll be in town for sure, and I can't wait
Yeah.
to
I was gonna say, like
enjoy
again,
this.
I'm not mentioning who, but just saying you are starting a great weekend of wrestling. And again, like even that first match you said they're gonna have on Thursday, you're setting the bar.
Oh yeah,
And I know this show is gonna be setting it
and
very
me and
fucking high.
Brett Lauderdale and I are homies too, so I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. So that's gonna be great. Again, that's gonna be a great weekend, guys. You're definitely gonna want to watch these shows. Definitely gonna want to watch this show and be at this show. Again, H2O, a great wrestling center. Go out, Williamstown, New Jersey. Again, tickets are just $30 right now. Again,
That's
even
it.
that's a steal. And then at the door,
Ladies and gentlemen, PWG goes for like 90, y'all. Like I'm talking like extreme
please.
money, and I always want to make it affordable for people.
No, this is
Please,
definitely a
that's
steal.
such a
Again,
huge source of what keeps us going. So
because
if
look
you're
at
in
this. Again,
Jersey,
look at how many
Philly, New
matches
York,
you're getting.
please pull up.
Look at how many matches you're getting, guys, for that price. Again, these matches alone are worth the price of admission. This match alone is worth the price of admission. Like again,
Look
go
at that.
check it out. Also, get it on Fight. Again, it's even a crazier discounted price. Like again, a normal pay-per-view can run you sometimes up to $60. This
Right.
price is not even half that. So definitely go check it out. Go support VXS. All the links are going to be in the description down below. Go follow Isaac as well because he's sharing some amazing content on there. And again, he's also just a dope dude. He's one of my boys. So definitely go give him a shout out. And again, guys, go check it out. This has been Respect the Craft. I'm not even going to call it the indie perspective anymore. I'm going to have to change up the graphic a little bit because this has just turned into its own thing. So, as always, guys, Isaac, thank you so much for coming on, brother. Amazing show this Thursday. Go kill it. I know you guys will. But as always, guys, be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, and respect the craft. We see you guys on the next one.
Lariat! Lariat!
Peace.
Shout out to D.